What is up, everybody? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Got a cool little fixed blade in from Kizer to check out with you guys. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, we have the Kizer Little Rhino in today. This is a cool, very affordable fixed blade. Love to see that Kizer's doing more of these fold over Kydex sheath. I really love these. I think these are the best as far as keeping the profile slim. You got really cool textured G10 on here with a nice pull hook on here. So once you have your tech lock on the belt, on your pack, whatever it is that you're carrying, you would just simply have it locked down and pull with the hook there. As you can see, it retains very, very well. I still would recommend just pinky in, go ahead and push off. I think that's a little bit easier to grab. You can also replace these tech locks with pocket clips. I'll show you some here in a little bit that I personally use, but I do prefer the pocket clips because I do like to carry fixed blades in the pockets. You got a really cool cleaver shaped blade here. D2 is your steel. This one here happens to be black washed, and I really do think Kizer does some of the best black washed out there. This is screw construction, so you can swap out and make your own scales if you want to. These are very textured. You're going to be able to get a lot of grip onto there. And like I said, the ring really locks you into place here. Now, for me, with the larger hands, it's extremely tight. So I kind of have to pull back a little bit. And even then, my finger really is kind of pressing up against the blade itself. So I think this is going to be for large and smaller hands. For anybody that has XL or larger, this is going to be a little tight, unfortunately. I really like the jimping here on the spoon. Very comfortable in that regard as far as the position that you get put into when you want to do some detailed cutting. And then when you want to do some push cuts, it's very easy to just tuck in and go. Speaking of cutting, I did take it down to the garage to do a little bit of cutting with this one. Had a nice factory edge considering that this is a review sample that's getting passed around. And when I moved over to the cardboard, it absolutely sliced through there with no issues whatsoever. Nice tall flat grind with big belly. The tip on here, once I figured out the angle to put it at, was actually pretty good with the detailed work and the draw cut. So I did appreciate that as well. Very good grip on the textured with the G10 scales. I like these a lot. It looks like they're multi-layered because it's black and green. So it really kind of shines through, and I do appreciate that a ton. There's no real comfortable grip without putting your finger into that hole of the cleaver. If I try to squeeze back and I go all the way up to the trigger grip and I use the last little rows of jimping, I can get this comfortably, but it is a little tight like I mentioned earlier. So having said that, let's do some size comparisons. All right, so here it is against my mini harpoon, and you can see overall length is longer than the mini harpoon, and it's coming in roughly around the same size as my little buddy. The difference with the mini harpoon, though, is it's not so aggressive with where you kind of grab onto it. So while my pinky does hang off the back a little bit, I can still get a really comfortable 4-finger grip on there. The other thing I wanted to mention as well is this is the pocket clip that I generally pick up. The way that I put these together is I kind of put the male end on the front and the female end on the back, and really what I do is just kind of lift up on the pocket clip to get that to go in there, and then I put a spacer in between the pocket clip and the sheath, and those really have worked extremely well for me. Allows me to carry this down in the pocket, nice slim profile, and it doesn't imprint a ton. Let's go ahead and grab the scale and check the weight on the Little Rhino. All right, we got the scale out and on. The Little Rhino by itself, it is a pretty beefy cleaver coming in at 3.4 ounces with the sheath and the tech lock coming in at about 5.5. And I think with the pocket clip, it would take that 3.4 and only move it up to 4.7. So the pocket clip does save you a lot of weight as well as a lot of real estate. And again, I think it's a fantastic option. I know they're not apples to apples. The sheath obviously a little bit bigger, but you get the idea. It should save you some weight, shave some weight off, but it should save you some weight in that regard. Let's go ahead and get the scale out of here and go ahead and wrap it up with our final thoughts and impressions. All right, time for final thoughts and impressions on the Kizer Little Rhino. I do grade on a scale of 1 to 10, but budget knives are capped at a 7. So 7 would be the best score that this could get in the ideal situation. Things that go into that are going to be the performance, ergos, aesthetics, and then money for value or price point, whatever you want to call that. So those are everything that I take into consideration when I go into these scores. Having said that, this is a very affordable little cleaver. While it is a little small for me, I think folks with medium to large hands may actually like this. It'll be a nice alternative to your typical drop points that you see in this genre in this realm. So I do like that it offers that flexibility. I like the way the G10 scales are done. It is a very good cutter. The D2 is completely coated, so that should help limit, if not eliminate, any concerns around corrosion. And it seems like the D2 is treated very well. It held a good edge. It felt very toothy, which is how I like the D2. I don't like to get it polished up because it does kind of get slick as the D2 steel wears down from cutting with it. Having said all of that, I am at a 5.7 on this particular one. Had it been a little bit bigger, I think I'd have liked it a little bit more. And I think if they would throw in pocket clip to swap out with these sheaths that these tech locks that they're putting on, or tech lock style clips that they're throwing in here, then I think this would be a really cool option. I don't know if that would throw the price up that much. It can't be but a few cents for them to get it on wholesale. But I do like the aesthetics on it, and I think it is a really cool piece. Ultimately, it's going to print a little bit too much for me. Like I said, I like my stuff to be a little bit more discreet, a little bit more of a lower profile, and not really going to print that much and take up a lot of space. Granted, I did have to swap out and put my own pocket clip on here, which again was only a few bucks, but I think ultimately in the pocket, the way that this one's going to work, it's going to be anyway. Let me know what you think about the little Rhino here. Is this your cup of tea? I'd love to hear down in the comments below. If it is, I will leave an affiliate link for you when you go to make that purchase with the affiliate link. It does help the channel, and that is totally up to you if you want to do that. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Love to have you follow along as I do these videos on the channel. Special shout out and thank you to my channel members. Love you guys. I'm out of here. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. Catch you on the next one. Peace.